Hello everyone and welcome back to another thrilling episode on rare coins and hidden treasures. Today's story will truly blow your mind. Imagine holding a tiny silver-colored coin in your hand worth just 10 cents face value, but what if I told you that a rare version of this 1968 Liberty Dime has sold for more than $220,000 and is now estimated to be worth as much as $2.2 million to the right collector? Yes. You heard that right, $2.2 million for a single 10-cent piece from 1968. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most mysterious and valuable era coins in American history, the 1968 NOS proof Roosevelt Dime, also often called the 1968 Liberty Dime. We'll go through its fascinating origin, why it's worth so much money, how to identify it, and why collectors are going crazy for it. So buckle up. You might just discover a hidden fortune in your own coin jar. Chapter 1. The birth of the 1968 Liberty Dime. Let's start with a little history. In 1968, the United States was in a transformative period politically, socially, and even numismatically. After the Coinage Act of 1965, silver was removed from circulating dimes and quarters due to rising silver prices and hoarding. The U.S. Mint began producing clad coins composed of copper and nickel. By 1968, the Roosevelt Dime was in full swing as America's official 10-cent coin. First introduced in 1946 in honor of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the dime replaced the Mercury dime and featured a new, modern portrait of Roosevelt, designed by Chief Engraver John R. Sinek. The obverse features Roosevelt's left-facing profile with the inscriptions "Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust," and the year 1968. The reverse design includes a flaming torch symbolizing liberty, flanked by olive and oak branches, representing peace and strength. But 1968 was the year something unusual happened, something no one noticed at first, but would later shock the numismatic world. Chapter 2. The Mintmark Mystery. Normally, in 1968, proof coins were minted in San Francisco and bore an S Mintmark above the date on the obverse of the coin. Proof coins are special collector versions of coins. They're struck with polished dies, resulting in mirror-like finishes and incredible detail. These coins aren't meant for circulation, but are instead sold in special sets to collectors. However, due to a minting error, a small number of proof Roosevelt dimes struck in 1968 were accidentally made without the S Mintmark. That means they look like they were minted in Philadelphia, but they were actually struck in San Francisco. This minting mistake created what we now call the 1968 NOS proof dime. And that little missing S changed everything. At first, these coins went unnoticed. After all, who would think to check the Mintmark on a dime in a proof set? But once the error was discovered, collectors and experts realized just how rare this coin truly was. Only a handful are known to exist. Some say as few as 15 to 20 authentic examples have ever been certified, making it one of the rarest modern U.S. coins in existence. Chapter 3. The coin that shocked the world. The first major public sale of the 1968 NOS proof dime took place in the 1980s, and since then, each new appearance has drawn massive attention and massive prices. In 2005, one of these coins, graded PR68, sold at auction for over $48,000. In 2008, a PR67 sold for over $40,000. Then came a PR69 deep cameo example, just one grade shy of a perfect coin, and it sold for over $45,000 in 2022. And here's where things get really exciting. Coin experts estimate that a perfect PR70 deep cameo 1968 NOS dime, if it were ever discovered, could be worth up to $2.2 million or more due to its extreme rarity, historical significance, and pristine condition. This isn't just a dime anymore. It's a diamond in disguise. Chapter 4. How to identify a 1968 NOS proof dime. So now you're probably wondering, how can you tell if you have one of these rare coins? Well, here's what to look for. 1. Proof coin only. The 1968 NOS dime only exists as a proof coin. That means it will have a mirror-like background and frosted detailed features. 2. No S Mintmark. Look carefully at the area above the date 1968 on the front of the coin. If it's a real NOS proof, that spot will be empty. No S, no D, no letter at all. 3. High contrast cameo finish. The best examples have deep cameo contrast frosted images on a mirrored field. These are the most desirable and command the highest prices. Point 4. In original proof set packaging, some of the discovered coins were found in unopened proof sets from 1968. If you have any old proof sets stored away, check them carefully, you might have a fortune hiding in your drawer. Point 5. Professional grading required. If you believe you've found one, do not clean or handle it further. Send it to a certified grading company like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Chapter 5. Why is it so valuable? The 1968 NOS dime combines the perfect storm of collector interest. It's a modern era, making it accessible to newer collectors. It's extremely rare with fewer than 2 dozen known. It's mysterious with no clear explanation of how it happened. It's tied to an iconic figure, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and most importantly, it has a track record of massive auction prices. These factors together create intense demand. And when demand meets scarcity, value skyrockets. Chapter 6. Where are these coins now? Today, almost all known examples of the 1968 NOS dime are locked away in collections, vaults, or coin museums. Each time one comes up for auction, it makes headlines and stirs excitement across the numismatic world. But remember, more could still be out there. That's why coin dealers, collectors, and even everyday folks continue to search. Every unopened 1968 proof set is a treasure chest that might contain a multi-million-dollar prize. So, the next time you're going through your old coins, your parents' attic, or a dusty shoebox of collectibles, take a close look at any proof sets from 1968. Because the difference between a regular dime and a multi-million-dollar masterpiece could be just one tiny missing letter. That's the beauty and the thrill of coin collecting. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe for more amazing stories about rare coins and collectibles, and leave a comment if you've ever come across a rare coin in your collection. Who knows? Maybe the next great coin discovery will come from you. Stay curious. Keep searching. And as always, happy collecting. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that seems ordinary at first glance but carries within it a story of history, rarity, and a fortune worth over $20 million. This is no ordinary coin. It is the legendary 1976 USA Liberty Dime, a coin whose value and story have captured the imagination of collectors and historians around the world. Welcome to this in-depth exploration of one of the rarest and most valuable American coins ever minted, the 1976 Liberty Dime, currently valued at a staggering $20.4 million. Segment 1. Setting the scene: America in 1976. The year 1976 marked a monumental occasion for the United States, its bicentennial. Celebrations erupted across the country as the nation proudly marked 200 years of independence. It was a time of reflection, patriotism, and renewed appreciation for American symbols, history, and ideals. Among the many commemorations, the U.S. Mint was busy producing billions of coins for everyday use. Among these was the humble dime, carrying the iconic Liberty design, minted in Denver, indicated by the Mintmark D. Segment 2. The Liberty Dime: Symbolism and Design. The Liberty Dime is a small canvas of great symbolism. On its obverse, Lady Liberty's profile embodies freedom and resilience, her face strong yet serene, a beacon of hope and justice. The reverse side features the torch, symbolizing enlightenment, flanked by the olive branch of peace and the oak branch representing strength and endurance. These symbols have been a part of American coinage for decades, standing as tiny monuments to the nation's values. Segment 3. The minting process and how errors occur. Coins are struck under immense pressure by powerful machinery at a breathtaking pace. Sometimes, mechanical errors happen. A coin might fail to eject correctly, getting struck again before being removed. This results in what collectors call a double strike, a rare and fascinating minting error. For the 1976 Liberty Dime, a double strike was a twist of fate that turned an otherwise common dime into one of the rarest coins in the world. Segment 4. The 1976 Liberty Dime double strike: what makes it special? Unlike minor doubling seen on many coins, the 1976 Liberty Dime exhibits a dramatic and clear double strike. Liberty's profile, the date, the Denver Mintmark, and the reverse torch and branches appear duplicated, offset slightly, creating an extraordinary visual effect. This kind of error is extremely rare, especially in the modern era, making the 1976 Liberty Dime double strike an incredibly sought-after specimen. Segment 5: Rarity and Verification. Numismatists estimate fewer than 10 examples of this double-struck dime exist, verified by leading grading authorities such as PCGS and NGC. Because of its rarity, each coin undergoes rigorous authentication and grading to confirm it is genuine. This rarity, combined with its undeniable beauty and historical significance, is what drives its sky-high value. Segment 6: The coin's remarkable market value. In recent years, the market value of the 1976 Liberty Dime double strike reached unprecedented heights. At auction, one specimen sold for a staggering $20.4 million, a record for modern U.S. coins and a testament to its unmatched desirability. Such a price reflects not only its rarity but also the passion and dedication of collectors worldwide. Segment 7: How to identify a 1976 Liberty Dime double strike. For anyone curious about spotting this coin, here's what to look for: a distinct doubling of Liberty's profile on the obverse, with shadows or a ghost-like second image. The Denver Mintmark D may appear doubled or slightly blurred. The date should also show signs of doubling, clearly visible even without magnification. On the reverse, the torch, olive branch, and oak leaf display overlapping images characteristic of a double strike. Because of the coin's immense value, professional grading and certification are essential to confirm authenticity. Segment 8: Why collectors and investors covet this coin. Collectors prize the 1976 Liberty Dime not just for its value but for the story it tells, a story of chance, history, and artistry. Investors recognize its potential as a rare physical asset, a hedge against inflation and market volatility. This dime is a symbol of how a tiny imperfection can create something of extraordinary worth and meaning. Segment 9: The Legacy and Future Outlook. The 1976 Liberty Dime double strike is now etched in numismatic history as one of the most valuable and fascinating coins ever produced. Its legacy continues to inspire collectors and historians alike. As interest in rare coins grows and the supply of genuine double-struck specimens remains fixed, the coin's value is poised to increase even further, securing its place as a timeless treasure. So next time you hold a dime, remember, there might be a story hidden in its metal, a story of history, rarity, and a fortune that could change lives. The 1976 USA Liberty Dime double strike is more than a coin, it is a legacy. Thank you for joining me on this fascinating journey. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more incredible stories from the world of rare coins and collectibles. In the vast world of coin collecting, where countless coins have passed through countless hands, some pieces stand apart. They tell stories that transcend their modest size and humble appearance. They hold secrets of history, rarity, and most astonishingly, value. Now we uncover one such legend, the 1983 PUSA Liberty Dime, a coin whose story will captivate you, and whose worth is nothing short of extraordinary. Imagine a single dime, the everyday 10-cent piece valued at an astonishing $18.2 million. This is not a myth, nor a fantasy. It is the remarkable reality of the 1983 P Liberty Dime, a coin whose rarity and unique story have made it one of the most sought-after treasures in the world of numismatics. Segment 1: The 1980s and the Philadelphia Mint. The early 1980s were a time of transition and growth for the United States. The country was rebounding from economic challenges, technology was advancing rapidly, and the demand for coins was immense. At the heart of this production was the Philadelphia Mint, the nation's oldest and one of its most productive coin mints. In 1983, the mint produced billions of coins, including the Liberty Dime. Most circulated without incident, but hidden among them was a rare gem, a dime that would one day become legendary. Segment 2: The Liberty Dime, a symbol of American ideals. The Liberty Dime carries symbolism that resonates deeply in American culture. On its obverse, Lady Liberty's noble profile represents freedom, hope, and resilience. The design is both elegant and timeless, a reminder of the ideals on which the nation was founded. The reverse side features a torch symbolizing enlightenment, flanked by the olive branch of peace and the oak branch symbolizing strength and endurance. This coin, though small in size, carries the weight of America's values on its face. Segment 3: minting process, and how errors occur. To truly appreciate the rarity of the 1983 P. Liberty dime, it is important to understand how coins are minted. The process involves a blank metal planchet being placed between two dies and struck under immense pressure to imprint the design. Occasionally, mechanical errors occur. One of the most fascinating errors is the double strike when a coin is struck twice due to a malfunction or mishap in the minting press. This results in a coin with overlapping images, doubling some or all design elements. Segment 4. The 1983 P. Liberty dime double strike. What makes it extraordinary? The 1983 P. Liberty dime that commands such an extraordinary value is distinguished by a dramatic double strike error. Unlike minor doubling that can be barely noticeable, this coin exhibits a bold and unmistakable doubling of Liberty's profile, the date, the Philadelphia Mintmark P, and the reverse design elements. This kind of error is exceptionally rare, especially in coins minted in the modern era, where quality control measures are extremely stringent. Only a handful of such coins are known to exist, making the 1983 P. Liberty dime double strike one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever struck in the United States. Segment 5. Rarity and Authentication. Due to the coin's incredible value, authentication is critical. Experts turn to trusted third-party grading companies like the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) and the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC). These organizations meticulously examine the coin to confirm its error status, authenticity, and condition. Only after certification can the coin enter the high-stakes market where it commands multi-million-dollar prices. Segment 6. Auction Records and Market Value. The 1983 P. Liberty dime double strike has made headlines worldwide after fetching a breathtaking $18.2 million at auction. This figure reflects the intense demand from serious collectors and investors who recognize the coin's rarity and historical significance. Such a price places this dime among the most valuable modern American coins ever sold, and it is a shining example of how rarity and uniqueness can elevate a simple coin to an object of immense worth. Segment 7. How to identify this rare coin. If you ever find a 1983 P. Liberty dime and wonder if it might be this rare treasure, here are some key points to look for. Doubling on Lady Liberty's profile on the obverse side that appears as a ghost image or offset. The date 1983 and the P Mintmark may also show distinct doubling or blurring. The reverse torch, olive branch, and oak leaves exhibit similar doubled impressions. The coin may feel slightly thicker or display subtle surface distortions due to the double striking process. Because of the coin's extreme value, professional verification is always necessary before making any assumptions about worth. Segment 8. Why collectors and investors covet this coin. The allure of the 1983 P. Liberty dime double strike lies not only in its monetary value but also in its story. Collectors see it as a fascinating artifact that captures a unique moment in minting history, a perfect imperfection that transformed a common coin into an extraordinary treasure. For investors, this dime represents a rare physical asset whose value is unlikely to diminish. It offers security and prestige, making it a coveted addition to any serious collection. Segment 9. The Legacy and Future Outlook. The 1983 P. Liberty dime double strike has secured a permanent place in numismatic history. Its legacy as one of the rarest and most valuable coins continues to grow as more collectors and investors recognize its significance. With so few examples known, the value of this coin is expected to rise even further, making it a lasting symbol of rarity, history, and fortune. So next time you come across a dime, remember what looks ordinary might just be extraordinary. The 1983 P. USA Liberty dime double strike reminds us that history and fortune often hide in the smallest places. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into one of America's most incredible coins. If you enjoyed this journey, please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for more fascinating stories from the world of rare coins and collectibles. It's small. It's silver. It's only 10 cents in face value. But what if I told you that one single 2001 P. Liberty dime, yes, a regular dime minted in Philadelphia, sold for $15.30 million? Yes, you heard that right. $15.3 million. For a dime that, to most people, looks just like every other one. So, how could such a small coin be worth such an unimaginable fortune? In today's video, We're going on a deep dive through American coin history, minting anomalies, collector obsessions, and market records. We'll uncover the mystery behind one of the rarest dimes ever discovered, the 2001 P Liberty Dime, and explain what makes this coin one of the most expensive modern coins ever sold. So grab your coin jar, because after this, you might want to take a closer look at your spare change. Segment 1. The historical background. The year 2001 and the U.S. Mint. The year 2001 was a monumental time in American history. The country was entering a new millennium, the economy was shifting, and technology was evolving at lightning speed. But one institution remained as reliable as ever: the United States Mint. The Philadelphia Mint, marked with the P Mintmark, has long been the workhorse of American coin production. In 2001 alone, it minted over 1.3 billion Roosevelt Dimes. That's over a billion coins that passed through vending machines, coin rolls, laundromats, and pockets, all nearly identical in size, shape, and appearance. Among those billions was a coin unlike any other. A coin that escaped unnoticed from the mint. A coin that would eventually become a $15.3 million legend. Segment 2. The Roosevelt Dime Design and Symbolism. The Roosevelt Dime has been in circulation since 1946, designed to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose leadership helped steer America through the Great Depression and World War II. The obverse of the dime features Roosevelt's left-facing portrait, with the words "Liberty" on the left, "I in God We Trust" below his neck, and the mint year, in this case 2001, on the lower right. The Philadelphia Mint's P mark is subtly located just above the date. The reverse shows a symbolic trio: the torch representing freedom and enlightenment, the olive branch symbolizing peace, the oak branch standing for strength and resilience. Though small, this coin carries profound national symbolism. Yet in the case of this extraordinary 2001 P dime, something went very wrong, or perhaps very right. Segment 3. The minting process, where errors are born. Every U.S. coin starts as a blank metal disc known as a planchet. It is fed into a coining press and struck between two steel dies, one for the obverse and one for the reverse. This strike, often at 100 tons of pressure, imprints the design onto the coin. In a perfect world, every coin would exit flawless. But the reality is, with billions of coins being made every year, mistakes can and do happen. Most errors are minor, like slight off-centering or weak strikes. But once in a generation, a major error slips through, and when it does, it becomes the stuff of legend. Segment 4. The discovery, a coin hunter's dream come true. The story begins in an unexpected place, a humble home office where a dedicated coin roll hunter was sorting through hundreds of dimes, looking for silver coins and rare dates. Suddenly, one coin caught their eye. It looked like a regular 2001 P dime at first glance, but something was different. The date appeared distorted, the face of Roosevelt looked ghosted, and the rim was slightly off. The reverse showed strange doubling, almost as if the coin had been stamped twice. What they had found was an extremely rare mint error, a double struck, rotated die error with full detail on both strikes. They had just found the only known example of this specific 2001 P dime error. Segment 5. Authentication and grading, the moment of truth. The coin was carefully submitted to PCGS, the professional coin grading service, one of the most respected coin certification bodies in the world. After thorough analysis, PCGS confirmed what collectors feared and hoped. This was a genuine mint error, not post-mint damage. The coin received a high-grade mint state 67 ms 67 rating, a near-perfect condition. What makes this particular error even more valuable is the clarity of the doubling, the precision of both strikes, and the perfect preservation of the coin despite its complex error. Segment 6. The record-breaking sale, $15.3 million. The numismatic world was stunned when this dime appeared at a private rare coin auction in 2024. Bidding started at a modest $100,000 but skyrocketed within minutes. With collectors from all over the world on the phones and online, the price climbed and climbed. 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, and finally, the gavel fell at $15,300,000. This sale shattered records and confirmed this 2001 P Liberty Dime as one of the most expensive dimes ever sold in the world. Segment 7. Why this dime is so valuable. Let's break it down. Why did this coin fetch such an astronomical price? Uniqueness. Only one example is known to exist with this exact error, and in such pristine condition. Modern rarity. Errors of this magnitude almost never escape today's advanced minting systems. Condition. With an MS-67 grade, the coin is in almost untouched condition. Historic relevance. It tells a rare story from a modern era where such mistakes are virtually unheard of. To collectors, it's not just a dime. It's a time capsule, a work of art, and a once-in-a-lifetime find. Segment 8. How to spot a valuable dime in your change. Now you're probably wondering, could you have a valuable dime in your pocket? Here's what to look for. Double strikes. Look for clear overlapping of design elements. Rotated dies. Flip the coin top to bottom. If the reverse is tilted or upside down, it might be valuable. Off-center designs. If the image is not centered properly, this may indicate a rare error. Unusual thickness or weight. Subtle differences can hint at planchet errors. If you find anything suspicious, don't clean the coin. Store it carefully and have it evaluated by a professional grading service. The story of the 2001 P Liberty Dime is a powerful reminder that history doesn't always reside in old books or museum halls. Sometimes, it hides in the smallest places in your pocket, in your drawer, in your change. This one dime has become a legend not just for its value, but for the mystery it holds, the system it beat, and the story it tells. So the next time you find a dime in your hand, take a closer look. Because you never know, it might just be the next $15 million miracle. Watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more incredible stories from the world of rare coins. And tell us in the comments what's the most valuable coin you've ever found. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep believing in the power of the unexpected. What if the smallest coin in your pocket turned out to be worth more than a Ferrari? More than a beachfront mansion? What if a humble 2017 P Roosevelt Dime coin that cost just 10 cents was actually worth $13 million? In today's video, we're going to explore the jaw-dropping story of the 2017 P Liberty Dime, a modern-day marvel that defied all expectations. From its historical context to the miraculous minting error that made it priceless, to the intense collector war that ended in one of the highest coin sales in U.S. history, this is the full story of how a common coin became a legend. So sit back, hit that like button, and prepare to dive into a journey of mystery, history, and modern numismatic magic. Chapter 1. The year 2017, a minting milestone. 2017 wasn't just any year for the United States Mint. It marked the 225th anniversary of its founding, 2¼ centuries of minting American history, from colonial copper cents to space-age dollar coins. To commemorate the occasion, the Philadelphia Mint introduced something unique. For the first time in history, they included a P Mintmark on the Roosevelt Dime. That may sound small, but to collectors, it was a big deal. Up to this point, Philadelphia Dimes had never carried a visible Mintmark. This small addition instantly made 2017 Dimes special. Over 1.5 billion 2017 P Dimes were produced. That's right, over a billion. But hidden among those billions was one coin, a spectacular accident that would rewrite the story of modern American coinage. Chapter 2. A closer look, the Roosevelt Dime. Let's pause for a moment and talk about the design. The Roosevelt Dime has been a part of American pockets since 1946. It was introduced to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the man who led the country through the Great Depression and World War II, and whose advocacy helped establish the March of Dimes to fight polio. The obverse side of the dime shows Roosevelt's profile, calm, strong, dignified. To the left is the word liberty. Below it, the motto, I in God we trust. And in the bottom right, the year of minting, 2017, alongside the Mintmark P for Philadelphia. The reverse side depicts three powerful symbols: the torch symbolizing liberty and enlightenment, the olive branch standing for peace, the oak branch representing strength and independence. It's an iconic, unchanged design, but for one 2017 dime, something went very wrong or very right. Chapter 3. The miracle error, a 1 in a billion coin. So how does a 10-cent coin become worth millions? The answer lies in a once-in-a-generation minting error. As legend has it, during a production run at the Philadelphia Mint, one blank planchet, that's the unstruck metal disc that becomes a coin, entered the press and was struck not once but twice. And not just twice, but with the second strike rotated by nearly 90 degrees. The result? A rotated double strike where both Roosevelt profiles are clearly visible, overlapping yet distinct. Even more astonishing, this coin was never released into heavy circulation. It somehow ended up in a sealed bankroll perfectly preserved in near mint condition. When it was discovered by a casual coin roll hunter in 2023, the hobbyist had no idea what they had just uncovered, a coin that would become the most valuable modern dime in existence. Chapter 4: Authentication certified by the experts. The coin was submitted to PCGS, the professional coin grading service, one of the most respected coin grading organizations in the world. Their verdict: genuine US mint error. Rotated double strike, full separation of images, no post-mint damage, and a shocking grade of MS68, mint state 68, just 2 points shy of perfection. This wasn't just a rare coin. It was a numismatic phenomenon. Collectors and experts began buzzing in forums, magazines, and auction houses. Some called it the Ghost Roosevelt Dime because of the doubled head image. Others labeled it the Miracle Dime. Chapter 5: The Auction of the Century. By late 2024, the dime hit the stage at a prestigious private auction in New York City. With collectors flying in from across the globe, the auction was live-streamed to over 1 million viewers. The bidding started at $100,000. Within minutes, it was at $1 million. Then came the real battle: 3 anonymous collectors, one from Japan, one from the Middle East, and one US-based billionaire. The numbers climbed like a rocket: 5 million, 7, 10, and finally $13 million. Sold. To this day, the buyer remains anonymous. But it is believed the coin now resides in one of the most exclusive private collections in the world, likely under armed security and temperature-controlled glass. Chapter 6: Why this coin is worth $13 million. Now let's break down what made this coin so incredibly valuable. 1. Unique mint error. This was not a generic flaw. It was a double strike with perfect rotation and full visible details, something extraordinarily rare in modern coins. 2. The Mintmark's historic debut. 2017 was the first year the Philadelphia Mint marked dimes with a P. That alone made it special. This coin made it legendary. 3. Condition and rarity. MS68 with no damage, even as an error coin. That combination is almost unheard of. 4. Cultural fascination. This story struck a chord. The idea of finding unimaginable value in everyday change captured global attention. 5. Investment appeal. As modern art, historical artifact, and financial instrument, this dime became a blue-chip collectible. Chapter 7: Could you find 12.so? Now you're wondering, could you be next? Here's what to look for in your own 2017 P dimes. Look at Roosevelt's face, any ghosting doubling, or rotated impressions. Flip the coin vertically. Is the reverse off angle? Look for doubling on the date, Mintmark, or letters. Always inspect the rim and edges for anomalies. If you spot something suspicious, store it carefully, do not clean it, and contact a professional grader like PCGS or NGC immediately. Even a minor error can be worth hundreds or thousands. And who knows, lightning might strike again. Chapter 8: A dime that made history. The 2017 P Liberty Dime reminds us that not everything valuable has to be gold or ancient. Sometimes, a simple modern dime created as a tribute to liberty and minted in billions can hold a story so rare, so powerful, it becomes a legend in metal. It's not just a coin. It's proof that history is alive, that mystery still exists, and that treasure may be lying unnoticed in your very own pocket. So the next time you get change from a store, don't be so quick to spend that dime. Look at it. Really look at it. Because you just might be holding the next $13 million miracle. Thanks for joining us on this incredible deep dive into the world of rare coins and the story of the 2017 P Liberty Dime. If you loved this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to learn about hidden treasures. Drop a comment below what's the most interesting coin you've ever found. And would you sell a $13 million dime or keep it forever? Until next time, stay curious and check your change.